Well, hello everyone. So, this is a reading to help you prepare for the Spring Equinox Circle that is coming up. And this reading is really your spirit teams and the creator and the universe's way of saying, hey, heads up, this is the energy that's coming. These are the trauma stories embedded in your DNA and also in your past life experiences. And this is where in the body that it is existing and needs to be cleared out, or else manifesting in abundance cannot come in. And so the rest of the cards talk about the other kinds of abundance, or things that they want you to consider manifesting, or things that they want you to consider of how those words, those virtues play out in your soul's purpose here on earth. So you're welcome to have the picture displayed on your monitor and follow along as you listen. And keep in mind that this is a group reading, so take only what resonates with you. So diving right in, they want to talk about the energy first that's coming through. So it's time to take action. Your dreams need a practical plan, and you're very close to achieving your goal. So that's good news, isn't it? So right now, you need to take action, and that is planning for your future. If you already have a plan in place, revisit it. And it's always important to revisit our plans or dreams or goals, because as you do your own inner healing, your spiritual vibration changes. It becomes more powerful and a lot more stronger, meaning that your dreams and goals also need to be updated to match that new vibration. So if you already had a plan for, let's say, this year, revisit that and look at if anything needs to change, even if it's a word that needs to change in one of your sentences. So that's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that some of you may need to revisit your dreams and goals and write it or rewrite it as if it has already happened. And doing that, you are programming your subconscious that it has happened. And in some ways, the fear around success has sort of been distanced from you. But of course, that's not enough. We actually need to go in the healing circle, identify those fears and pull it, literally cancel it from your soul contract and mark it as learned, completed, and finished. So we will be doing that. So more about what those fears are in the other cards, but continuing on. So take that action of going back, reassessing, and adjusting any of the plans that you have made. And it could be creating a completely new plan also. So be open to how you need to take action and plan for the future, even if it's 6 months ahead. It doesn't have to be 5 to 10 years from the future. So be realistic. So start with 6 months, or for this year, what do you want to do? And for each month, list out what you would like to accomplish. So they're also wanting to emphasize that little steps eventually amount to big, massive changes. So it doesn't have to be a big, huge action item on your to-do list or in your plan. So keep that in mind. Value the small steps. So once your dreams have been plotted into a very practical plan, know that that step itself in planning is taking you very close to achieving your goal. I'm also hearing some of you are quite driven, and I've worked with a lot of you before, so I feel that some of those dreams and goals are very close to being achieved. So how wonderful. I just felt some of your heart chakras light up as you heard me channel that. But I'm also hearing dream big, so you might be limiting yourself in your dreams and goals, because you might feel, oh, that's good enough for me, when in reality, you could actually step it up a little bit. So once you have taken action and plotted all your dreams into a practical plan, ask yourself if you could step that up a little bit more. Because this is where the creator and your spirit teams want to push you a little bit more so you evolve fearlessly, I'm hearing. And I felt some of your guts, the solar plexus, twist a bit. So we're also going to release some things there in the circle that might be lingering in your solar plexus, the gut, of why there's some fear and really stepping forward and leveling up. So that's the energy that's coming. Now's the time to really plan this and take action. There's something about March where I feel like there's a lot of energy there that could really support you and really accelerate the energy behind your dreams and goals. So make the most of March. When we meet, it will be March 20th, I believe. So March is almost done. So now's the time. After you finish listening to this channeled guidance from the creator, really get to the homework that they're suggesting here, because the homework and other things they suggest here will really fuel the energy of the circle that's going to happen. And it might be possible that there are going to be very deep fears that will be released, which is great. It just creates more of a massive opening for more positive downloads and more manifestations to happen. And we will be manifesting in the circle. So the first part of the circle will pull, release, cancel all those blocks and negative beliefs, do positive downloads, and then we could manifest. Most people try to manifest and try to imagine the future without doing any healing, and that's why people get stuck. So that's all about the energy flow that's coming up. So going now into the trauma stories. So those are the black and white cards with the sentences on them. And these are the belief systems or the pain or the trauma you experienced in this lifetime by your ancestors or in another life. And all that memory is stored in your DNA and within your soul. So let's get to the first trauma story. So yes, it is too late. So this is one of the negative beliefs that's blocking some of us. It's too late to do that. Maybe I'm too old for that. I should have done that when I was younger. So those negative beliefs will prevent you from achieving your dreams or goals. So take some time to reflect and think about where you may be talking yourself out of a dream or a goal. Where are you shortchanging yourself and your soul? I'm hearing the creator ask. So ask yourself these reflective questions that come up in this channeled guidance, because when each and every one of you do this reflection and do this inner work, I can tap into each and the individual energy and also to the collective energy. And when each and every one of you do your own reflective homework, it just fuels the depth of healing that could happen. So please consider and try to do any of the suggested homework or reflections that the creator suggests. So the first homework here is think about moments where you may be talking yourself out of doing something. The next one, I've been here before with others, and I'm hearing the word dead end, disappointment. I'm hearing grief and sorrow, and I feel like that's related to the apathy card, which is right below the black and white cards. But with that card, I've been here before with others. It feels like this memory in your soul and also in your ancestors, so within your DNA, there's this feeling of, okay, this is the repeated story in my family, or this repeated pattern or cycle in my life. I've been here before with others, so this is my story. There you go. You just created another negative block to abundance by telling yourself that this is your story. When we have those repeated cycles and patterns in a loop, and I'm seeing the infinity pattern the infinity symbol in front of me, which means that there is a karmic loop here that needs to be released. So think about any sort of stories you may be telling yourself. Oh, great, here we go again. Why does this always happen to me? Is this my destiny? Think about those self-talk that you do. And we will close those loops. Those loops sometimes happen over and over because at some level your soul may believe that it needs those loops, those same lessons to happen over and over because it makes you stronger. So an example that is quite common in my clients and students, and the example that the creator likes to use, is this negative belief that love hurts. So let's say a soul may have a belief system that love hurts, but hey, every time I was so hurt, I learned something and it made me stronger. That could be a negative belief and a karmic loop and a belief system you might want to cancel. So maybe replace that with how to learn lessons in love without getting hurt all the time. You see the difference? So you're still learning, you're still having that human experience, but that new belief is allowing you to evolve. So think about those things. Where are those negative beliefs maybe creating a loop or a pattern in your life? And the creator will pull that and cancel it in the circle. The last one is, I fear that you will reject me. So there's this fear of being rejected. If I apply for that job, I fear rejection. What if I don't get it? What if I'm not good enough? If I don't get it, that means there's someone else better than me who got the job. So look at those things, those fears around rejection. Rejection is also a major block in all of our lives, because when we fear rejection, we hold ourselves back sometimes, and it also closes doors to meaningful connections, meaningful opportunities for your soul's growth. So think about where you may be fearing rejection, either in relationships, at work, and perhaps in other ways. So all of a sudden I'm feeling this heavy energy from the collective here, and it feels like this negative story, this belief system, has to do with our past lives. It's pretty heavy and very dense. So after I channel this message out, I'm just going to tune into each and every one of your energies and begin channeling out the healing journey, which is all about the releases, healing, and the downloads that needs to happen. And that's all related to the cards here. So think about where rejection may be influencing your day-to-day decisions, influencing also the way you set your goals and dreams. Ooh, that's deep. So where are these trauma stories being stored in our physical bodies? So 3 major places: the lungs, the womb, so that's actually the solar plexus and the sacral. That's what the creator is saying. That's where a lot of our trauma is stored in relation to blocks to abundance. And also the feet. I'm not surprised. The card Explore has the feet. And when we store fears around rejection, our legs actually begin to build up. Our feet also begins to build up really heavy energy, making it harder for us to move forward. Legs and feet are all about stepping forward into the future. So I'm going to release those things also. I'm just pausing here because I'm being shown the structures of some of your feet. So in particular, the skeletal structures, I'm feeling some tightness in some of your feet, in particular under your feet, so the soles of your feet. So we will release the blocks there, and I'll get more details after I complete this channel guidance, and when I tune in and start typing out the journey that we're going to go on, I'll see what needs to be released there in the feet. So it looks like we're just going to work backwards from what's in the picture. So we started with the feet, explore. Now we're going to go into security, and you see the picture of the womb there. So it's in the womb space where we hold a lot of fear around potential and growth and opportunities. And I'm seeing the bottom 3 chakras in front of me, which needs a really good clearing from the group. So that's the root chakra. The root chakra holds a lot of fear about abundance. So if you're having back problems, then there's an abundance block there and fear of going forward. The other place is the sacral chakra. So we're going to be healing and releasing anything there that you may have downloaded from your ancestors. So when we are in our mother's womb, through the umbilical cord and through the combination of your father's and mother's DNA, we begin to download and construct these ideas, these belief systems, both negative and positive ones. So it's in the womb space when we really download all these ancestral beliefs. And lucky us, we also inherit the unhealed trauma from our ancestors. So it is our role and our job here on earth to resolve them, to release them. So we'll be looking into what that is. And some of them were already hinted in the cards above, in the black and white cards, where they spoke about the trauma stories. So going back even a little bit more, so the apathy card, so that has the lungs there, and the lungs represent grief, sorrow, disappointment. And I'm hearing the fear of connection, and I'm also hearing disconnect. So our lungs really store those energies in our body there. And with the lungs, and I could feel my breath starting to get really short, because there's this fear also of living life and the fear of the future. So it affects the way we breathe, because it's about taking in the breath of life. I'm hearing someone's spirit guide say here. So we will do a lot of clearing in the lungs. There's some fear definitely about the future, and it's all connected to the feet. So I feel like there's some really good clearing that's going to happen again in the circle in terms of releasing blocks in the physical body. So one of the things that you might want to do is, where do you feel suffocated or limited? And I would like to leave that up to you, because I'm not hearing anything else from the creator or your spirit teams. They just want to put that general question out. Where do you feel suffocated? Where have you felt suffocated in your relationships or at any point in your life? So as you tune in and do that reflection work, I will also tune into your energy and see what needs to be released. So going on now to the other cards here. So these final cards speak about the virtues and the lessons that are coming your way, and also things to consider, because these are part of your soul contract. So community is the first card that have popped out. So I'm just tuning in to the creator right now. The creator and your spirit teams are saying, keep in mind how you can contribute to community when you plan out your dreams and goals. Or you could just plan out your dreams and goals and then consider, how would that impact my community? How would my own growth and achievements contribute to the greater good? How can it serve beyond me? So consider asking yourself those things. I feel like we might come back to the card community, so keep that in mind, community. And community is also about connection. So, okay, thank you. I heard someone's spirit guide say that there is a past life trauma in the group where something happened within your community or village. So that trauma is now blocking you from creating meaningful relationships and connections. So, and all of a sudden I felt my lungs go out. So something may have just literally knocked the wind out of you or taken your breath away, because that trauma, that connection within the community in that past life really shocked shocked you. Sorry, I'm stumbling on the words because I can really feel the level of the trauma here. Oh my goodness. All right, don't worry. We'll release that. The Creator's got you. So, the next virtue or lesson you're learning is new beginnings. How to start a new cycle. And what does that look and feel like? And how to have patience for it as you start that new phase in your life. And as soon as I said that, the Creator made me look at the next card. And the next card says patience. So I think these two cards are just going to talk together. So with this new beginning, okay, thank you. It's related to creating that plan. So take action and create that plan. Plot your dreams and goals and your action items within each month or week or daily. It's up to you how you want to do it. And have patience, because things will need to change and shift. Because like the Creator said, you're going to need to update your dreams and goals as you move along, because your spiritual vibration is going to change. I'm hearing changing quite a bit for a lot of you, and you'll know when something has shifted, because all of a sudden you may have the need to reassess or update your future plans. So really listen to that intuitive nudge when you feel it. So the New Beginnings card here wants to say one more thing. And for those of you who are feeling stuck and can't see a new start or a new beginning, know that it is coming. So I'm going to tune in to the Creator and to your spirit teams to see what the blocks really are, if there are any other trauma stories other than the ones that I channeled that needs to be released from you, so that there is some hope and some focus and motivation about the future, so you can invite in the energy of a new beginning into your life. Okay, so now they're saying they want to move on to the other cards here. So the other thing you're learning is about delight. So what delights you? What brings you joy? And as you plot out your dreams and goals into that practical plan, ask yourself if you're having fun throughout the entire journey. Because if you're not, if you're feeling frustrated or angry or resentful about your plan, then that's a block. Resentment is huge. It's a huge block. And in particular, the Creator wants to release any fears around resentment and rejection. So rejection is something they already spoke about. But the other things that really block you are also regrets. So that's the other thing. Yes, it is too late. So that was one of the trauma stories mentioned. And the other one is revenge. So that's called the 4 major R's by the Creator. Regrets, resentment, rejection, revenge. If any of those 4 elements are lingering within your energy field, then it's really going to block abundance, and it would really hinder your manifestations. So make sure that there's an element of delight or joy within your plan, and that you feel it as you complete your plan for the future. And as you tick the items off too. It always feels great to tick things off your to-do list, right? So some of you may need to actually make it fun and get colorful pens and maybe a separate notebook that is dedicated to future planning, because that's what I do. So the card in delight, just wanted to let you know, make sure you're always joyful. So the other thing here they want to talk about is miracles. And the miracles card is connecting powerfully with the new beginnings card. So that's what the new beginning or new cycle will feel like, a miracle. Oh my God, finally the light at the end of the tunnel sort of a feeling may come for you. For some reason, I'm seeing April and May for some of you. April has been coming up a lot for the channeled readings I've been doing as the time when there's a major awakening or opening or insight or aha moment could happen. So be open to what may happen for you in April. So, oh, I just noticed something. So there are some symbols here that are repeated, and that's the rainbow symbol here. It's in the community card, and there's double rainbows in the miracles card. And for some of you who follow me on Instagram, I posted in my Instagram story the double rainbow that was right outside my house. So when rainbows, and in particular double rainbows, appear, it means there's double the blessings, perhaps double the abundance to come your way. And that in itself feels like a miracle. So let's try to clear as much as we can so we can invite those beautiful things in. And the other card here, and the last card, is truth. So we always need to be in alignment with the truth. So ask yourself, what are you avoiding? What are you not seeing? Perhaps there's some things mentioned in this channeled guidance that may have revealed a glimpse of the truth, and through doing some of the homework that they have suggested here and doing some of that reflection, you might uncover the truth fully. So try to explore that. And are you also open to the truth? Because when we are open to the truth, so many portals and awakenings could happen, which means we are more in alignment when we are open to hearing, seeing, and feeling the truth, which also then results in this alignment creating more abundance and prosperity and manifestations to happen quickly. So that is all that they want to say. And let me just tune in again into the cards to make sure there's nothing else. No, the cards have gone quiet. So I look forward to channeling this journey for you.